Hello guys, how are we doing? Welcome back to Free Hammers. It's Luke here. I hope you're all well. 3 days left at work and then 6 weeks off. Can't wait. There's loads of transfer news last night. It all spiraled out, didn't it, during the day yesterday. I'll start with the first one about João Paulinho. You know, a player that we've constantly been linked with throughout the window. The rumours are that we had a £40 million bid rejected. Fulham wanting closer to 60, maybe even 70. I agree with most channels that are saying this stuff. Walk away from this one. You know, he's a good player. He is, and I'm not. Don't think I'm disregarding the player's ability. He's a really good player. We can get better and probably cheaper, or the same ability for cheaper on the continent. And there are players out there. You know, with this Zacharia's a good player. There's players like a guy that's called Sekou Fofana who plays for Rennes. I really like him. We've not been linked to him, but there's players like that out there that you could probably get out of their clubs for a lot cheaper. Yeah, I really hope we don't continue with this one. You know, it becomes a sort of a Lingard situation where Moyes is so obsessed with a target. Yeah, not for me. Claret and Hugh are reporting that Harvey Barnes is a player we're not interested in now, which is interesting, you know, because he was a name that was bandied about quite a lot. Apparently, West Ham are happy with the wingers they've got in Ben Rama, etc. I really wanted Barnes. Is there truth in it? I don't know. Is it a bit of smoke and mirrors on our point? I really wanted him. I think he's a great player. He'd offer us pace and power, and take the pressure off Bowen a bit. We lack counter-attack. You know, if that's the way Moyes plays, he tries to create a counter-attack. We haven't got no pace or anything there, and we're very easy to nullify. And that's something that we need to, you know, identify and work out. Another player that's been linked again. I don't know why people, some West Ham fans, listen, I love you all, man, we're West Ham fans, but some people are really quick to criticise and jump on things. Conor Gallagher's linked again, and you know, and this was reported by Sky Germany, bit of a weird source, but I really liked Conor Gallagher. Had a fantastic season at Palace, did okay at Chelsea, and people are really, like the West Ham fans that are slating him, are the ones that are looking at last season. Chelsea was an absolute toxic place last season. You know, very hard for anyone to have a really good season there last year. He would be excellent for us. He's box to box, he scores goals, he's energetic, and he'd come in, I'm telling you now, he'd be one of our best midfielders if he came in. You know, him, Paqueta, plus another, you know, it could be really, really exciting. The rumoured price is 25-30 million. Be all over it. I really, really would. Let me know what you guys think. I know, like I say, some West Ham fans that like turn their nose up, and it's like, what, you're telling me he's not better than Souček? Do you know what I mean? Like, we need to be looking to upgrade positions and young, hungry players. You know, I think Conor Gallagher will be an absolutely fantastic signing for West Ham. I really, really do. The Edson Alvarez one is interesting. You know, obviously with the Dortmund pulling out of that one, by all accounts, he's very interested in joining West Ham. We've just got to try and agree a price with Ajax. I really want this deal to happen. I really, really want this deal to happen. He's a fantastic player, and it's a bit of a statement signing. What I was worried about is if we were to sign Maguire, whether that would be a statement signing, and you know, that would be very annoying. As much as I said Maguire would be a good choice for West Ham in terms of I think he would do well for us, that is not a statement. You know, if West Ham go and sign Edson Alvarez and Conor Gallagher, and you've got a midfield of Alvarez, Gallagher and Paqueta, you know, that's a decent midfield. That's quite, you know, it's a decent level Premier League midfield, that, and I'll be quite excited by that. But yeah, it remains to be seen. It's gone a little bit quiet, and sometimes when things go quiet, we panic, but sometimes it's a good thing. Sometimes that means things are happening. I hope they are anyway. The other name out of the blue yesterday was Leon Goretzka, the German midfielder from Bayern Munich. Good player, you know, good at reading the game, good passer with the ball as well. If you look at scouting reports, good passer, likes to progress the play. Had a bit of a funny season with Bayern Munich this year. You know, by all accounts, once quite interested in leaving, you know, not quite working out for him now. This would be a good signing as well. Again, West Ham fans turning their nose up at these players. Like, remember who we are. Like, we're not there at the level of where Newcastle are buying Tonali's and, you know, the Bruno Guimaraes and stuff like that. Like, someone like them 3 players there, Edson Alvarez, Goretzka and Conor Gallagher. But they're good bloody signings for West Ham. They're fantastic signings. We have to remember where we are and, by all accounts, how much money we've got to spend. You know, apparently very limited, and, you know, in terms of how much you can lose and stuff like that financially. So, and listen, I'm not a Bald defender at all. I can't stand the Bald, but I don't know, when West Ham fans just straight away turn their nose up at a player, it's so frustrating, because there really are some good players out there. And, you know, the Goretzkas, the Edson Alvarez are different from the lazy ones of the James Ward-Prowses, the Polinas. You know, they're actually looking on the continent, and again, they've got a better value as well, price-wise. Yeah, we'll wait and see. Like I say, there was a few exciting names there, though. The other one, an out, potentially, again, I don't know how much you believe this. Steven Gerrard's team in Saudi, apparently rumoured to be looking at Mikel Antonio, you know, to get him out. We know Mickey has been sort of trying to anchor a move away from the club for a little while now, you know, on his podcasts and stuff like that. I would sell him, I would. And again, reading on Twitter, people saying, I don't know why West Ham fans would want to sell Mikel Antonio, blah, 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 blah. I think a lot of it for me is, he's a year older. And, you know, let's say this Saudi club come in for about 10-15 million. You got to take it. And, you know, another thing that someone made a really good point, one of the guys from Claret and Booze, I was watching their podcast from last night, taking the option away of Antonio from Moyes forces him to do something different. And that's what we want. You know, go and get the best out of Scamacca, or, you know, you go and get a striker that can do something different, and that's what we've got to try and do. You know, there's ideal players. There are some players out there, like, it would force him to give people like Mwamba a chance, and I think Mwamba's fantastic. I really, really do. Whether he's quite ready for Prem, I don't know, but I do think he's ready for minutes in the Prem. Definitely. I'm not saying he's a starter yet, but we should be this season be really trying to blood him in. So by the time the end of the season comes, this time next year, we're looking at a player like, yeah, this man could lead that line for a few years. He's a West Ham fan. Yeah, and that's what I think. I think if you take Antonio out of the mix, you have Scamacca, you got Ings is a bit, and then you got Mwamba. Might have to buy one more. You might have to go and, you know, be a little bit ambitious and try and find someone. But yeah, it's like I say, I would sell him. I would sell him. I think it's time for us to move on. All this sentimental stuff, we keep being sentimental to players. You don't want to be there no more. By all accounts, his personal life is a bit, allegedly, all over the place. You know, so maybe it is a good time to get rid of Mickey, for me personally. Yeah, that's sort of it for transfer news today, guys. Thank you for staying loyal as always. Hit that subscribe button. Like I say, I do think something will happen soon. Just got to wait and see. Like I say, I'm a little bit panicking. I will be closer it gets to Saturday, Sunday. You know, another week gone, I will be panicking. We need to get one over the line just to relax us all. Until next time, guys, come on your irons, keep believing. Let's go.